Good afternoon. It is August 25th, 2022, and today we had a range day. You can see it's turning out to be a bullish day on the daily chart. You can see that right there. But for us, it was really just a range day. Some good moves though, some good entries early on. Nothing too. You couldn't get in this move, or at least the way I was seeing it. I'll have to take another look while we're reviewing up here, because it looks like there's a short-term trend in there. But anyway, let's get to it. So 5 a.m. comes right about here, and that is technically it's a failure. But it's a lower high off this trend channel, and it's confirming this trend channel. So we got this second entry, and you can see it tries to go higher once, twice, and fails. And it's just a doji at the EMA, so I marked it as aggressive. It's also at the overnight midline, so not too crazy about that, but you might take it. Then we come down here, and you get a first entry, second entry, nice setup. It looks like it's a bit sideways, so kind of feel like I should mark that green. And it's outside of the trend line, so there's a little risk to that. And this looks like a trend too. Like maybe it's like that. But I'll delete that so it doesn't get congested on my chart. So we come close to the overnight lows, and we form this move up, and you'd probably have it drawn a little different in real time. I mean, maybe it's like a mini spike in channel, because that seems to look like something you could have. So probably not the easiest to find in real time, because you probably have it drawn differently. Probably have it drawn something like that. But if you do draw it like that, you come up here, you get a first entry, second entry long, and I'd probably only be going for, like, for it to go back up here. But you get a pleasant surprise, and you get probably like a 10-point move or something, 55. So 20-point move that you could probably get in on. This is very congested. It's a range. You can see that. We come down here. So usually I don't like drawing trend lines like this, but you can see there's validity to that. I feel like I'm better off when I just draw these short-term ones. It's probably like that. And we get a break, and one leg, two legs up to a new high, and then it kind of goes sideways. I think I always feel better off drawing it that way and thinking of it that way. But this channel was definitely valid. You can see we get this bounce, first entry, failed second entry, and then we get a second entry long. That's right. Both of those are off the trend channel, and both nice moves. Then you get the second entry long, but it's in no man's land. But it does look like a second entry, so you might take that. And then it just becomes very congested, excuse me. And that's near the overnight highs. So get a break, and it just starts reversing. And I don't think there's a way to get in on this. It's too congested up here, and then down here, if you look at that as a failure, maybe you could take that. Like, this is a double top, first entry, second entry. And it looks like it is a failure, but it's just, I don't like failures away from the EMA personally. And then we get a break, one, two legs down to a new low. And now that I'm seeing this, you do get a second entry right here with a good bearish signal bar, and it's off of the trend line. But you got a break, you got a new low. You don't have two legs to a new low, but you have a new low. So, and it's not at the EMA. It's a little risky. But anyway, we come up here, first entry, second entry. Just looks like one leg up to me. You don't get a good signal bar anyway. This is a failure, but it closes right at the EMA. I'm going to mark that green because this trend played out and it's a failure. So you might take that. I just don't like that it closed at the EMA. Come up here and we don't go much further. Make a double top. Lower high. I don't think I like any of this. It's just too congestive. I don't feel like I know what's happening. You do get a second entry off of this midline, and that's a double test as well. So I kind of like this one. First test, second test, and it's a second entry long. Very bullish signal bar. I'm going to mark that. But you get a first, second entry short. It's also a lower high off that trend line. I just don't like that we're going into the EMA. But when you get this failure, I think you can take that. And then it's just congestive. And we break out to the low side, but you do get a higher low right here. And that's pretty bullish, so maybe you consider that. And then we form this uptrend. You get an overshoot up here. And this is just congestion. And the break followed by 2 legs up to a new high, 2 legs of correction before it reverses, and then we get 2 measured legs up. So nothing to enter in here, but you get a first entry, failed second entry short, and that's bringing us much higher today right now. So that's how I saw it today. I hope everyone had a great day. Well, let's take a look at the daily. Oh yeah, I already showed this to you. So this today and past 2 days really confirmed my confidence in this trend line. Because you can see, even though there's support right here that we're bouncing off of, you can see yesterday we made a lower low than the day before that. They're finding support on this trend line. That's what's happening. So anyway, I hope everyone had a great day. I'll be back tomorrow.